Time for you to go beast mode. King of the jungle, cause you're an animal. Time for you to go overload. Eat your competition alive, cause you an animal. What's my competition? Only me. Go head to head with my enemies and smashing the smithereens. Calisthenics burning calories. Bring that fire ready to blow up. Now we're the kerosene. You're a fighter, you're a fighter. Never gonna give up, never gonna back down. Get up, get up, get up, get up.
Welcome in to the Friday Night Blitz. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is week 10, the final week of the regular season for high school football. For the longest time in Arkansas, week 10 has officially, unofficially been thought of as rivalry week, but a fun thing kind of seems to have happened over the years. Those rivalries have turned into games between two of the best teams in so many of the conferences. So we don't only have rivalries the regular season's coming down to. We've got playoff seeding and conference titles on the line. It's so big, we need a bigger monitor. Let's meet me over here for our game of the week. And you know the deal, it doesn't get much bigger than this. We do it every year because it's always these two, Bryant and Conway, with the 7A Central crown on the line. And here come the Wampus Cats looking for their first conference title and first win over Bryant since 2014. Early going though, Matthew Nelson completely unblocked, huge sack for the Hornets. But Ryder Cook finds Cambrian Blackman for a nice little catch and run. Look at that, making guys miss left and right. First down Conway, and then a couple plays later, Carter Crow makes it first blood Conway. Spinning, dragging guys. I don't know, potential sweetest play. Wampus Cats with the lead, but look, Bryant is Bryant. They're good at this football thing. You know that if you've been around the state of Arkansas for the last decade at all. Check out that pass and catch down to the 1 yard line, even the 1 inch line. It doesn't matter. This man can get all the yardage you need and more. Colin Robinson somersaults in for a touchdown. Bryant and Conway going back and forth. Bryant now trying to make something happen through the air, scrambling out. Oh no, we're gonna pull and throw. Ball's tipped straight up. Oh man, quarterback's worst nightmare, seeing that ball go up in the air, and it's the Razorback commit, Tay Lockett, coming down with it. It's a Wampus Cat pick 6. That's right, 6 legs and all, 6 into the end zone. Conway back in front, but man, this man just bounces inside, bounces outside. Colin Robinson finds the pylon for a touchdown. Game was tied 14-14 at halftime, but it was Bryant, as they always seem to do, pulling away in the end. Conway keeps it close, but not close enough. 28-21, your final, and the Hornets once again reign supreme in the 7A Central. All right, so that's a 1 seed for Bryant, a 2 seed for Conway. Over to our next game, we're going to the 4A and another game where a conference title is on the line between Mills and Lone Oak. No need for tiebreaker math. Whoever wins this game gets a conference title and a 1 seed. Here come the Jackrabbits, and here comes Ryder Engel. Man has been an absolute machine out of the backfield this year. Man, just running through guys, goodness gracious. Our absolute wrecking ball out of the backfield. Nice gain there, and then why not just give it to the guy who it takes like 3 different defenders to take down. All right, into the second quarter now. 4th and goal. Dylan Dean to Trey Jackson. It's 6-0 Jackrabbits. What a bit of pitch and catch. Later on though, 4th down. This time, Mills comes up with a stop to kill a Lone Oak drive, and now the Comets down 6-0. Trying to make something happen. Torrance Talbot bouncing outside. Finally gets run out of downs by the safety. And then just before halftime is Eli Moody looking for it all. Ball goes just too far. 6-0 Lone Oak at the break. But into the second half, tied at 14, 4th and goal. Mills punches it in to take a lead, 21-14 as the third quarter winds down. Defense reigns supreme in the 4th quarter, and it's the Comets getting the win and the conference title. Of course, the goal for everyone to get to War Memorial Stadium in December, but here in November, it's where Catholic and Silven Hills end their season. These Silven Hills getting the touchdown right there. Ryan Parham getting into the end zone. But look, here comes Catholic. Phillips Barr keeping it himself, slips through defenders for an 8-yard score. Silven Hills, though, keeping the pressure on. E.J. Duckery going up and over the goal line. Tough 5-yard touchdown to build that Silven Hills lead. But Catholic already eliminated for the playoffs, but trying to play spoiler here for Silven Hills. Hunter Markham for a 30-yard score there, but it's the Silven Hills Bears pulling away late, 50-22 the final, and Silven Hills didn't win a game in either of the last 2 seasons, but they win a conference title in year 1 under Mark Kelly. What a story. All right, time to take a look now at some other games around the state. Cabot hosting North Little Rock. Both teams already in the playoffs. It's Cabot who ends up pulling away for a win and a 4 seed. Down Highway 10 now, Little Rock Christian and Pulaski Academy. This game close until it wasn't. The Warriors pull away late. They wrap up a 3 seed in the 7A from the 7A Central. All right, now we're gonna go on the road a little bit down to Saline County. Benton picks up a nice little win over Marion to finish off their regular season. They get the 2 seed thanks to Silven Hills having the tiebreaker in that conference. All right, to another rivalry game. Valonia, Greenbrier, the Judges Cup. And look, Greenbrier came in a powerhouse. Valonia having a bit of a down year. Throw it all out in a rivalry game. Valonia taking an early lead. Valonia actually led the entire game until this. 45 seconds left. 7-point game. Greenbrier last gasp, but it's there. A Greenbrier touchdown ties the game for the first time since it was 0-0. The all-important extra point for the lead. Greenbrier's first lead of the game comes with 30 seconds left. 34-33, final seconds. Valonia's last gasp attempt. We're gonna get some pitches, some laterals. It's gonna end up on the ground. And Greenbrier at home to close out the season wraps up the Judges Cup in thrilling fashion. What a night of games, and we're just getting into it. Hot Springs and Lakeside, a Garland County battle if there ever was one, and this one, well, a 1 seed potentially on the line. Those highlights and more when we return on the Friday Night Blitz. Welcome back into the Friday Night Blitz. Week 10, the last week of the regular season for Arkansas high school football, and a doozy at Hot Springs tonight. The Trojans hosting crosstown rival Lakeside. Obviously plenty of Garland County bragging rights on the line, but also, get this, Hot Springs undefeated in conference play. A win tonight locks up an undisputed conference title for the first time since 2014 for the Trojans. Lakeside, well, they only had 1 loss, so if they could take down their rival, it would force a 3-way tie atop the 5A South, and we got to do tiebreaker math. To see how it shakes out, head to Carter Thweet.
Hometown rivals meet and a conference title on the line. What could be better than this? Lakeside High visiting Hot Springs. Here's how it all went down.
We are going to start with a guy for Lakeside who is having a heck of a year. If you've watched the Friday Night Blitz ever, you know Peter Oman, and he puts Lakeside up 7-0. But Bishop Allen for Hot Springs, airing the ball out to Jamarcus Morning, gets him down to the 1, and then the backup, Duron Hicks, is going to finish it off. Starter had to go out for a play. It's 7-6 Lakeside. Peter Oman had 3 short yardage touchdowns in this game. Just wears you down. So 21-6 Lakeside, and check this out. The play of the game, the controversial play of the game, whatever you want to call it. Hot Springs runs the ball, no timeouts, 11 seconds left. That clock should not stop, and yet it does. No timeouts, I was there. The Lakeside sideline was going crazy. They add a second back. Somehow, finally the clock starts, but it's too late. Hot Springs able to get a play off, and a heck of a play by Bishop Allen to hurdle for the touchdown, but man, Lakeside was not happy about that clock stoppage, and it gave Hot Springs all the momentum they needed. Bishop Allen gets in the second half, 23-21 lead, and Hot Springs would not give it up. Call it controversial, call it whatever you want. The Trojans are your conference champions.
Thank you, Carter. And it wasn't just about Friday night this week. We had just a plethora of games on Thursday as well. Parkview beat Camden Fairview last night to earn at least a top 3 seed in the playoffs. Stuttgart went on the road and took down Hamburg in a huge game for a conference title. And Robinson locked up their 8th conference title in the last 9 years. That's where we sent Nick Luttrell.
Well, Well, Tyler, in a battle of two of the best teams in the 5A Central, only one team emerged as the best in the 5A Central. The conference champs, the Robinson Cinders, getting the win on Thursday night over Maumelle, 42-0, the final score after being up 35-0 in the first half. It's also a big deal for Tyler Updegrove, first-year head coach and a conference title for him.
Oh, I'm just so excited for our kids. You know, they executed tonight. It was personal for them, so really proud of them. You know, I told them before the game, the expectation here is to win conference championships. So, you know, we set out, had, 4 or 5 different goals, and we've marked them all off except for one more. You know, so that's the ultimate goal. We got to lock in for 4 weeks, and hopefully we're on December 6th, we're, getting ready to play War Memorial.
So once again, a dominating win for the Senators tonight and a dominating season. It is the first time since 2017 that Robinson has gone undefeated in the regular season. Now they're hoping to do something they have never done, which is also go undefeated in the playoffs. They will be the 1 seed out of the 5A Central, and the state playoffs begin next Friday night. Reporting from Robinson High School, I'm Nick Luttrell, THV 11 Sports. Tyler?
Thank you, Nick. Obviously, just a wild week of football to finish out the regular season. We are truly blessed to be able to see all these games. And if you missed any of the final scores, any of the highlights from tonight or last night, here's what you're going to do. You're going to text SCORES, just the word SCORES, no other word but SCORES. I'll even spell it for you, SCORES. Those letters in that order to 501-376-1111. We will then send you a link to our website and where you'll find all the final scores from Week 10.
You're watching Friday Night Blitz on THV 11. Go!